Right, we've got the rear hub to take off, and the easiest way is to heat up around the mounting points and just push it out the other side. So I'll just fire up the gas. Probably put my gloves on for this as well, but there goes the gas. I'll just warm up around the casing. Yeah, you need to heat it to about 100. Here we go again. Aluminium's one of them metals that does disperse heat rather quickly. As you can see, I'm not just applying heat to the edge, I'm also putting it on the casing. Just helps it expand around that way a bit. Alright, that should do anyway. What I'm going to do is just turn over the casing like that. Unfortunately I can't get the camera up high enough, but you can use a punch, etc., a socket, or in my case I'm using the driver again. So I'll just bring it up so you can actually see. If I move it in a tad, you should be able to see with the light on in there. Let me have a look. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then just tap it out. As I say, we're not reusing any bearings. You can hear that. It's already just lightly. You can see that's already moved. I'm hardly even tapping that, and that's out. You can see in there it's clear. And if we look at the casing, you can see the casing's quite clear and our bearing is out. These bearings are stepped, so they go in there. There are some that are too high, and there's some that are loose in here. So be careful when you order one that you get, you know, an Italian one or whatever, from somewhere where you trust it from. But I've started to order the parts for the engine now, so hopefully that won't be too long till we can start putting bits on. I've ordered the silent blocks first, so we can put them on, and I can also show you what to do if this is worn out here on the casing. There are a number of things you can do. Like I say, I've still got to take out the oil seal. That feels really light. I can't see any manufacturer's marks on it, but it's come out of an Indian engine, so I'd assume it's seal. It just feels, compared to the Italian ones, it feels really, really light. You know, it's light as a feather. And in fact, I won't be surprised if that's not aluminium itself. But hey ho. So that bearing, which is now cool enough to touch, I'll go over there with the rest. And I'm still looking to order a set of the studs. I might end up buying the studs separately, measuring them, because they're either bolts or very, very expensive setups. at the moment. So you know, there's obviously a cost to buying all this stuff for an engine when you're buying just an engine block. You know, I haven't got a gearbox as far as I know. I've had all them in the past and sold them for peanuts, but hey ho, who hasn't, who's built engines? So I have got a lot of parts, mainly 200s what I've been keeping, and this is a 150 block. So like I say, I've got a 22 carb. So my intention at the moment is probably a 185 jetted up, a 42mm expansion on it, AF uprated springs on the clutch, just a standard uprated clutch to be honest. Should be fine on that sort of power. Should be pushing out close to a standard 200 I would have thought when we built it. I'll probably put in the SX 150 stroke GP 150 gearbox, like I say, standard clutch. I don't know whether I'm going to mess around with the overall ratios with changing the sprocket and the crown wheel, because I've got a couple of different ones. It might just give it a bit more legs. As I say, before we start building it anyway, I'll go through all of these threads and do a video on that. The video after this one is taking all these studs out, but I'd realised when I'd looked at the videos, the rear hub part wasn't there. So whether the camera's timed out with the battery or not, I don't know, but that's the reason why I've done this video. So 6 really is 5, and this one came after it, but I'm trying to keep it logical that the bearings are out, so it's easier to follow. I'll end this video now anyway, and once again, thanks for watching, subscribing, etc. And I hope these videos are of some use to anyone look at it, just nosing, or they want to build an engine or want to see the workings of a Lambretta engine.